I have the opportunity to try out all my scan tools on a Stelvio Quadrifoglio here, and I figure we'll start off with the launch. We'll do the automatic thing first. Okay, so it's telling us that it has the security gateway and we need the FCA account in order to be able to do bidirectional control, which, you know, kind of stinks. And that's going to be the case with all the scan tools, I'm sure. But it looks like we can still read the data stream, so I'm just going to go ahead and click no. Yep, that's unfortunate. But I am going to go ahead and do the smart detection here and see if it'll scan everything. It should still scan all the modules. Oh, that's interesting. It's finding stuff. It's finding a lot of things. My goodness. And it just made the ABS freak out. That's always fun. Okay, well, my goodness. It appears to have identified an awful lot of different problems, but it is kind of nice. It went through all the different modules, and I think it correctly found all the modules. Let's take a look at the report. Okay, so here is the report. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if the other scan tools come up with these same codes or not. I do like the diagnostic plan screen. It just shows everything in a nice, like, visual representation. But anyway, sure, let's go look at some live data maybe. We'll enter the engine control module. All right, let's read the data stream. We have 150 different things in here that we can take a look at. All cylinder misfires, that's cool. Knock voltage, it's all good stuff. So this is really cool. Since this car has dual injection, both direct injection and port injection, you can see the timing of both individually. That's like really cool. Spark advance, you know, why not? We'll click on a couple of different things here just to take a look at. And then engine speed, sure, let's select these things and just graph them just so we can see. All right, I'll give a little blip of the throttle and we can watch these things. Yeah, very cool. All right, so yeah, I'd say the launch seems pretty capable here for the Stelvio, and specifically the Quadrifoglio, you know. Well, let's go try out something else. All right, let's try out the X tool next. Go ahead and do the auto scan, see what you find. Automatically detected Alfa Romeo, nice and quick, that's good. Oh yeah, and you know, I just want to point out, I can't remember when it was I last used this guy, but just sitting in the box powered off, it drained all of its battery, which, you know, that's suspicious. Why would it be draining battery, you know, just sitting around powered off? But, you know, it is what it is. Okay, we're getting the same information here. This 12+8 thing must be some sort of gateway bypass. I don't think I have that, so I'm just gonna have to do a skip, and we'll only be able to, you know, read data. But I'll go ahead and do the automatic scan here. Yep, it looks like it's finding the same faults that the launch did. Well, that was really fast. It went through and found everything. Yeah, it looks like it found all the modules. Well, let's take a look at the report. Go ahead and save this guy. Since I got the report saved, let's go ahead and exit. I just want to go look at the report real quick. Yeah, same thing that the launch found, so that's good. All right, me from the future here. I saw some things while I was editing that I wanted to call out. The X tool here actually picked up a couple extra codes that the launch didn't. This U1712 and 1711. And all of these codes are stored, so like none of them are active, so I guess they're not really a big deal, right? But I just thought it was interesting that, you know, this one actually only scanned 21 modules and the launch actually scanned 29, yet the X tool somehow picked up like 2 extra codes. I mean, I don't want to spoil the rest of the video or anything, but it's obvious that the launch was a way more complete scan than the X tool or the VIA DAG were. But yeah, it's just interesting to note. And also, the Think car picked up those same codes that the X tool did, and it actually scanned all the same modules that the launch did. But what's kind of interesting in here is that most of these codes they don't actually have a description for, but these guys do have descriptions for them. But of course, you know, if you wanted to, you could just Google these and figure out what they are. But it's nice to have them actually in your scan tool, right? Again, like I don't want to spoil the rest of the video, but I would say that these two are basically the same thing capability wise, you know, at least with the Stelvio. And both the launch and the Think car did just a little bit more. I do kind of wonder if this one didn't pick up those other codes, because I actually scanned the car with this one first and then scanned these other ones. I wonder if somehow those codes got set in between doing this one and this one, but you know, hard to say. The launch is definitely the most expensive out of all these, and the Think car is actually the least expensive. And these two, I think, compare more closely than these two do. I don't know, just kind of interesting little tidbits of information. Well, let's get back to the video. Now let's get back into the diagnostics there. All right, this thing annoyingly wanted to do an update while I was trying to get back into it, but finally got back in. And yeah, I actually want to go into the engine control module. That way we can take a look at the live data, see if we have good live data in here. Oh, check this out. On the launch, there was 150 things, and on here we have 166. So, hey, a couple extra things with the X tool. It's kind of interesting. Just scroll through here and see if we see kind of similar things. Yeah, we have all the knock sensors. There's definitely things showing in here that are not available, so I wonder if it has like extra things listed that aren't actually applicable to this car. Yeah, interesting. I don't know. A lot of the stuff that's in here is showing not available. Yeah, and I'm not seeing the things for the individual injectors between port and direct injection, so it's almost like the live data in the X tool is a little bit more generic instead of specific, and the launch was very specific, so that's good to know. Well, without the FCA license, there's not much else we can do in here, so let's just get out and try a different one. Yeah, I don't know what it is with these scan tools, but I pulled the Via Diag out of the box and it's dead also. I don't know. I don't like it. I know for a fact this thing was fully charged whenever I put it back in its box, powered off, so it should still be fully charged whenever I open it back up. It must mean that whenever these things are off, they're still trying to do things, which, you know, that's irritating. Well, the Think car still has juice, so let's give it a try. Alright, it's complaining about a new version here. Is it gonna force us to download it? Alright, yeah, it has us downloading the update, but I just want to point out that it's at 100% battery. So I don't know what the deal is with the X tool and the Via Dag. I don't know why they killed their batteries just sitting in their box, but the Think car didn't, so, you know, I don't know. That tells you something.
One eternity later.
Let's go ahead and do the auto scan. Alright, so it did find it, and let's do an auto search. Alright, we already know everything about the security gateway, can't blah 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 blah, so we'll just see what we can see without it. Okie dokie. Let's go ahead and do the health report. Okay, it looks like it found all the same issues that the other ones did, so there you go. A lot of different little issues. And we'll just take a look at the report and save that, you know, for later. And yeah, there you go. This is what the report looks like on the Think car. Oh yeah, that's nice. It shows you it found 29 systems. There you go. Actually, did it find more than the X tool did? I don't know. We'd have to go back and look at the video and see. Well, let's take a look at the ECM here. Oh, it's updating, loading the stuff for the ECM. Come on. So we'll just scroll to the bottom real quick and see how many it has listed. It has 150 things listed. Spark advance, that's good. The spark reduction, all good stuff. Okay, here, check this out. It's got your port fuel injection. Can we find the direct injection in here? Oh yeah, there you go. There's the direct injection. Okay, so good job, Think car. It's actually got the correct live data thingies in here. Maybe we'll just take a quick look at a couple things here. See if we can find the same things that we were looking at earlier, like throttle angle and spark advance and RPM. Do okay. It's showing it live data here. Let's look at the graph. Let's give a little blip of the throttle. Yeah, there you go. It looks good on the graph. All right, so, you know, I don't know. I guess the Think car is actually doing a little bit better job than the X tool did. Let's see if the Via Diag is charged up enough that we can at least try it real quick. I kind of doubt that it is, but, you know, I think the X tool and the Via Diag are basically the same thing. There's probably not much difference between them. Real quick, I just want to congratulate Paul from Texas for winning the clamp meter here, and there's going to be a lot more giveaways, so be sure you're subscribed and you don't miss the next one. Let's get back to the video. Okay, we only got 3% battery here, so let's do this quick. See if this thing will actually be able to scan it with the battery so low. Yep, we get it. We got to skip. Let's do the scan, and yeah, it's finding all the same stuff that the rest of them are. So, you know, the Via Dag was pretty quick. That's nice. But yeah, let's just go ahead and go into the ECM real quick and look at live data. And 166, yeah. So the Via Diag and X tool, I think, are pretty much the same. It looks kind of like they're using the same, I don't know what you would call it, feature set maybe. You know, the interface is slightly different, like on the very front end of it. But yeah, we're seeing the same thing up and then it's shutting down. Okay, well, bye-bye. Test over. So I guess let me know what you guys think. I think the launch is definitely the most capable, but then also the Think car did pretty good, which I'm surprised by because initially I wasn't very impressed with the Think car, but you know, there you go. Thanks for watching.